hell you think's going on.
I don't know what the hell.
You know what it is?
With them, man. What's up?
Dom DeSandro.
That's
Bingo.
right.
Dom DeSandro gets hit in the mouth by Greenlaw, I believe.
Yep.
He gets escorted off.
That's right.
Never allowed back on the sideline.
Right.
They look like a completely different team now.
Well, no, actually, they were getting their ass kicked that day that Greenlaw.
Yeah,
hit
but
him out.
Dom at halftime would have gave him a little high. Yeah.
You
You know
think
what I mean?
so? You think so?
Yeah, he would have gave him a little.
Somehow, some way. I don't know what the hell is going on. They lost both coordinators, obviously.
Well, they're on the
I knew
third
they
one.
were doomed when they had Matt Patricia to help them out with the defense. I knew they were doomed at that particular moment in time. That's
All
right.
right,
I said
Matty
it.
P.
I didn't stutter. The point is this. The Philadelphia Eagles have appeared to be a shell of themselves. They lost Gardner Johnson and others in the offseason. They've had some injuries. They don't seem to be who we expected them to be. Jalen Hurts hasn't been healthy all season. He's been playing.
Broke his finger yesterday.
No, right, and then he hurt his
bad.
finger yesterday. And even before, against the Jets, obviously at the leg injury, he's been compromised. When he's an elite dual threat, meaning running with the football primarily, it really opens up the passing game for them. When you know you don't have to worry about that with him so much, it's made things tougher for A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They got Dallas Goedert. He got hurt. I was at the Dallas Cowboys game when he got hurt that game, and he was out for a few weeks. They don't seem to have any kind of rhyme or rhythm to what they're doing. They seem to be a shell of themselves, and I don't expect much from them. I don't want to pick them to lose to Tampa, but it wouldn't surprise me.
D-Butt's got a question for you.
Let's go to the AFC side now. Obviously, we probably all love the Ravens up there at the top, but we got the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. They kind of haven't been the same this year.
Yep.
Then the Miami Dolphins kind of been going the wrong direction going into the playoffs. Who do you got more faith in that matchup on the AFC side?
Well, first of all, I have very little faith in the Kansas City Chiefs because I don't think the receivers are going to catch the football.
What are you talking about?
No matter what
What's going on?
I said the receivers are not going to catch the damn football. Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal. He's great.
Thank you.
There's one thing he cannot do. He can't catch the damn pass.
Oh, you sound like Giselle.
Yeah.
He cannot do
That
that.
was Giselle.
I don't like that. And by the way, that's one of the great. I mean, this supermodel. You saw that woman in the games in Brazil walking down that runway. I mean, it's just spectacular. It's just spectacular. Okay, so let's hold on to that one. But here's the deal. We don't know what's going to happen with Kansas City because we don't know if their receivers are going to catch the football. Okay, Miami. Anytime they get away from South Beach, something happens to them. Clearly, road games are like their kryptonite. Coming to Miami usually is everybody else's kryptonite.
Nah, but not Josh Allen.
Not Josh Allen and Buffalo. He's an aberration, okay? Because I've seen people go to Miami and you get there the night before games, and that is this
second floor. Tootsie's getting shoulder.
An elite distraction. I'll just leave it at that, okay? So it comes down to this for me, believe it or not. I think the one thing that can derail the Ravens, that has a shot at derailing the Ravens, is Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns.
Defense is phenomenal.
That defense is phenomenal. And Joe Flacco, I mean, you're talking about 40 qualified quarterbacks, man. This dude is leading everybody with 323 yards average passing. I mean, this is spectacular stuff that we're seeing from him.
Okay.
And so when I'm looking at it from that perspective, I'm saying they can run the football. They can pass it. You're the number one option in Amari Cooper and Njoku. Let's not forget about him. Flacco slinging football, turnover prone, but nevertheless can make things happen. And he's very familiar with what John Harbaugh wants to do because that's his former coach that he won a Super Bowl with in 2013. I look at all of those things and I say we can't sleep on Cleveland. We certainly can't sleep on Buffalo. I'm sleeping on Kansas City because their receivers can't catch. Okay, and I'm not.
How about this team?
Anybody else? Well, the Houston Texans. I love Stroud, but a rookie is not going to derail the Baltimore Ravens on the road in Baltimore if it came down to that. I cannot see that happening. All right.
Yeah, to hell with the Texans, too.
Stroud
they cheated. They made that guy drop that pass.
Right.
The refs won't talk about it. They put stuff on the ball.
Right, so you're emotional because it was Indy.
It was right in our face. We're supposed to host a playoff game, bro.
Oh, right.
We're supposed. Goodson catches that ball. Gardner, come on.
Right.
Yeah,
A little bit better ball.
A little bit.
But Goodson needs to catch that as well.
I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at it. I get where you're coming from, but
touched his hands.
the bottom line is it touched his hands and he dropped it.
The dude wasn't on the field the entire game. I actually see him jog on the field from where we're sitting. I go, oh, Goodson's in, I think. Goodson's in.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, Goodson's the focal point of the biggest player of the season.
Yep.
I had no idea that was
You
the
cannot drop that pass.
Well,
just
so
can't.
there's a lot of people saying, too, like Jonathan Taylor rushed for 188 yards. Why not just give him the ball? Fair. Very fair. People are like, why'd you take Jonathan Taylor out, put Goodson in? Well, if Jonathan Taylor's running back in that play, I'm assuming there's going to be at least 4 eyes on him.
Oh, yeah.
Goodson comes in, the defense is like, haven't seen that guy all day.
That's right.
It's going to be somewhere else.
Walking.
He's wide open. Need to complete that pass. And Goodson was very emotional afterwards. But nonetheless, we saw C.J. Stroud.
It's a stud.
Bro.
Unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
He was a third and I forget what it was.
14.
Third and 14. He's standing like this, standard quarter. They have his legs wrapped. He's falling. He does one of these. And it was just like a 22-yard ball right on the spot.
They asked the question on First Take, what quarterbacks would I take ahead of C.J. Stroud right now?
Oh, short list.
Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
I like that. Sounds a little racist, man.
maybe, Allen, because of what we've seen him do in the postseason in the past. That's it. Can you legitimately say, you can look at any quarterback, anywhere else in the league, and definitively say you would take them over C.J. Stroud?
So that was that was my second time getting to watch him. Saw him Ohio State, Georgia, from the sideline. Then we got to watch this game from this ball.
That's the one. Yeah.
So stupid. Fade away. Oh, my guy's nowhere near that. Well, how do I give him enough time? Let me throw this thing up. Oh, what a doofus people are thinking as he's throwing that. It's going to be picked. One test going into the draft. You remember this?
Go ahead.
Did you talk about the?
I did not.
So he took some brain test going into the draft that was just dropped out of nowhere. They're supposed to find out if a guy's got a good brain or not.
That's right.
It's going to be the S2 test.
Couldn't process.
Somehow it got leaked. Yeah, guy's memory's terrible. The guy's stupid as
Guy's
well.
a dumb.
This guy's got no clue. You thought previous quarterbacks were dumb and couldn't read defenses? Nothing like what this guy's going to be. And then he gets in there. His interception percentage is the lowest in like the history of the NFL for a rookie.
Are there any tests for how dumb some of these executives are?
Oh, you tell me. You tell me. You tell me.
I mean, think about it. And listen, you look at the Texans. I mean, you lucked up with DeMeco Ryans, but look at what they did with the previous two coaches. They bounced them out after 1 year, but they still get another opportunity. Kime in Arizona, how many opportunities did he get before they bounced him out with some of the decisions he made?
What are you talking about?
Somehow, some way, we have to gauge the intelligence of football players, but executives who don't play, and their job is to use their brain to make decisions. There's no brain test for them.
Well, there allegedly is a bunch of them. They're happening right now. A lot of the dumb executives are going to get hired over the next few days. Can't wait to see which ones are right and which ones are wrong going forward. Colts got it right with Shane Steichen. We're very thankful for that. DeMeco obviously doing it right here with CJ. I think they believe too with the way that defense has been playing. AJ's got a question for you, Steve.
Stephen A., I got to get back to the Cowboys. So Packers playing the Cowboys week 1. You already said the Cowboys. You'll give them till the NFC Championship. So you're saying Packers don't have a chance to go in there and
I think they got a chance. I just think it's slim to none because of their defense. I love what I'm seeing from Jordan Love. He's been very impressive. I'm being objective here. Got to give Matt LaFleur credit, which is something I haven't been prone to do. I thought he was living off the resume of Aaron Rodgers for far too long, but nevertheless, he showed up this year. And Jordan Love, you've seen how he's developed. He's some peaks and valleys, but ultimately to throw 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, you can't say enough about what you're seeing from Jordan Love. And offensively, they've got some young wide receivers in Watson and Romeo Doubs and Reed and others that I think are going to be exceptional. So offensively, you got to look at them. But defensively, they're just not that impressive. And when you take that into account and you look at Dak Prescott and the way that he's flowing, along with the combination of him to CeeDee Lamb.
And Mike McCarthy in his bag.
Well, you can say Mike McCarthy. We'll see. Okay, that's fine. But him and CeeDee Lamb, there is no question that I just don't think that – I think that's asking a lot for Green Bay to go on the road and do something in Dallas. I just do.
Yeah, in Dallas is like historic. Why is that, you think? Just because Jerry's got that place buzzing?
Well, they do have it buzzing. There's no doubt about it. It's the billion-dollar playpen. That's what I call it. It's Jerry World. I mean, it is a special place. I cannot deny it, okay? And Dallas
They had go-go dancers in boxes hanging over the stadium.
Listen.
Unreal.
Whenever we played there.
Dallas, in terms of entertainment, and by entertainment, I'm specifically talking about the cheerleaders, the dance team.
What?
Dallas has been
you went
the
to Brazil
Super Bowl
earlier.
champions forever.
Yeah.
Forever in that category. It all starts with them.
That's right.
Jerry, from the beginning, has been trying to win that game.
That's right.
That has been what he's been trying to do. And
hell, Tom Landry was trying to win it.
Yeah. Well, listen, if the
Tex Ram and was trying to win it.
Could you imagine if the Dallas Cowboys go on a run in 2024? Man, that'd be great. I can't wait. Everybody would just be like this. Well, what's Stephen A. going to hate on?
I may not have something to hate on, but I'll be sick to my stomach. It's the one time in my career they'll put out an APB for me. I'll be hiding from Cowboy fans everywhere because I can't stand them damn Cowboy fans. They make me sick. They drive me crazy.
How do you feel about Patriots fans are going through it? Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, we are going through it. And Stephen A., real quick, you said something on the Stephen A. Smith show.
Great show.
Unbelievable show. Some of the best clips on the internet. What you said about Red Bull vodkas, though, I think you need to reel back. Red Bull vodkas is a great drink.
What you say? What you say?
He says
they asked me, it was a question. They asked me about vodka Red Bull.
Yeah.
That's the question?
Yeah, that's for Caucasian James.
Yeah, the whites drink it a lot.
Yes.
I'm sorry, brothers. My brothers from other mothers. Do I look white? That is not me.
Have a white friend one time, Stephen A.
A whole bunch of you. You're one of them. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is I don't knock y'all flavor. Don't knock mine.
Well, who
You understand what I'm
did?
saying?
Who did?
Remy, Cavassier,
Okay,
Hennessy
there we
is
go.
my
Wow.
thing.
Wow.
As opposed to vodka. And to me, when you hear the word Red Bull, there's a different thought that comes to your mind.
What was that hypnotic
It-
Hennessy
like
mixture?
college.
It's almost like the
dude,
That was
An Incredible
yeah,
Hulk.
That's right.
Hennessy and Hypnotic, yeah.
When people talk about Red Bull, I say they need assistance.
Okay.
I understand, but that's not what I need.
All right, anyways, Red Bull vodkas are a heart attack waiting to happen, too, but good night.
Fantastic night.
Good night.
yeah.
You should think about it sometime.
Yeah,
I might. Well, then you never know.
Could
never
you
know. I
imagine
get really-
Stephen A. just Red Bull and
Two
vodka?
of them, yeah, be unbelievable.
Go, go.
But aside
Exactly.
from that, a lot of talk around New England about Bill Belichick basically gone. All of a sudden, out of nowhere yesterday, hey, it's over. Belichick's definitely leaving.
He should be gone.
Yeah, okay. So what do you think about where he would go? And do you
Charges.
think-
I think that. Listen, I think the Chargers going to go after Harbaugh. I think that if you're Bill Belichick, there's listen, he's a 6-time champion. He's better than first of all, he's the greatest. But in this day and age, despite the kind of season that they've had, I think he's better than 90% of the coaches in the league. The problem is he's had complete autonomy in New England. And believe it or not, that's what's come back to haunt him. And this is what I've been saying for weeks. He is the man that forced out Tom Brady. You can't get past that. He wanted Tom Brady gone.
Well,
Jimmy Garoppolo era. He wanted to expedite that process. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Kraft and Brady's relationship stayed intact. You win a Super Bowl, and then after that, you come back, and then you lose in the playoffs. You throw a pick 6 to end the game for crying out loud.
Titans and
You're
everything.
out, you're out after that. I was told at that particular moment in time, I went on First Take, and I said, just trust me on this. It's a very reliable source. If Bill Belichick had said, I want Tom Brady to stay, Tom Brady would have stayed.
yeah.
And he didn't do it. And so now if you're Foxborough, if you're Massachusetts, you're looking at that guy, as great of a champion as he is as a coach. You're the guy that pushed the golden boy out the door before it was time. And that is what they will never get over. And that is why, because they've been losing, and that's the backdrop.
That's a
it's time for
Patriot
him to
fan you're
move on.
talking to. He's
Time for him to
disgusted
move on.
over
Yeah,
there.
I mean, people forget Bill Belichick offered him 2 years, $56 million. Not enough guaranteed money, but that is also true. And drafting N'Keal Harry over Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, definitely else. But
The only All-Pro that Bill Belichick has drafted since 2012 or 2013 was a punter and a kicker.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Joe Tooney.
Hey, Steven, watch your mouth. I'm talking shit right now to the AFC South champion quarterback that just walked in here.
no.
And now you're saying punter and kicker. What?
Excuse me, I didn't say anything about that brother. That brother's something special. We were talking about the New England Patriots and the damn roster they got.
yeah, well, they're going to be the Texans next year, Stephen A. Look out, because we're going to get a rookie quarterback, and it's
Fine.
going to be
It
nothing
just won't
but
be with Bill
nails.
Belichick as your coach.
Now, he might be back, though. We don't know.
I hope.
I think he should go elsewhere. I'm not saying he should be fired. It's shake his hand, revere
What if
this
he's not the
man,
GM anymore?
celebrate him.
What if he gives up the GM?
How's that happen? Now?
How do you do
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
So Pat McAfee,
Yeah.
you the man. You the man. You the boss.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow, well, you know what? We want you to relinquish all of this power to
that's kinda
somebody else.
happening.
Yeah, I was
really?
gonna say, that
Really?
conversation
That's
is-
not going to happen.
How'd
That's
you
not
know
going to
that,
happen.
Stephen A?
That's not going to happen.
That was happening in ESPN?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What the hell?
Stephen A, baby. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen.